What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mo.J and we are locked in. This is Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black, episode 14, the recap on Netflix. And let me tell you something, it's the same old song. Kimme is doing whatever she can, holding on to that last fight to find her little sister. And it seems like every time we take one step forward, we always get knocked back 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 30 steps. We done push Roy out the window, Roy in the hospital, the family, they ain't never on the same page. But before we jump into this and break down episode 14, if you like Beauty in Black, if you like dysfunctional family, if you like a family that's trying to get even with other family members, and you like that twisted type of thing, then Beauty in Black might be the show for you. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button. I'm on that road to 75,000 subscribers, so I appreciate each and every one of you. But let's jump into it. This is the recap, episode 14, Beauty in Black. We start off the episode back at the strip club after they whooped on Angel. Now, both of the police officers, they trying to get at Kimme because the black guy, he had the car flipped over. He was almost unalived, and he's like, I got to get to her. She done ripped up my good undershirt. She done tore up my good car. Now, I don't know how you're going to answer for that. But then you see the other cop, he's like, man, you better do what you're going to do before Jules gets to her. You know, once Jules gets there, there's really no stopping Jules. Jules is really a loose cannon. Roy's in the hospital recovering from that fall from the 39th floor down to the 37th floor. Now, while he's in here, of course, Mallory's here too, and he doesn't want her around. He's like, look, doc, let me just get some pain meds and let me get the heck up out of here. The doctor said, nah, we already got you on too much pain medicine. Now, Mallory wants him to just sit here and not mess up anything, because she's trying to find out who Kimme is. And we know if Roy's on the loose and he starts getting on that booger sugar, it ain't no telling. So what does she do? She tells the doctor, oh yeah, he has a drug problem. Oops, was I supposed to say that? Now they get to arguing and Roy's like, look, Mallory, get the hell out of here. Doctor, get me some medicine. My daddy bought this wing. Give me my medicine and leave me the hell alone. Mallory's one slick devil. When she leaves the hospital room, she takes Roy's phone. Now she's trying to figure out what his password is. But Jules ends up showing up. He's like, Mallory, what the hell's going on? She's like, oh, he's down in the hospital bed. He's just down the hallway. You can go see him. He's like, what are you doing? She said, oh, I'm about to go back to the house. But Mallory ain't about to go back to the house. She wants to know who Kimme is, and she wants to know who the hell pushed Roy out that window. Also, she's putting two and two together. That's who called her from the hotel room in the first half of the season. So Jules, he's kind of suspicious, but of course he has to do whatever she says. Horace is at the church and he ends up calling up Varney, the lawyer. He's telling Varney, wake your ass up and I need you to get to the house. Bring all the lawyers, bring all the board members, and also bring a judge, but not a judge that the family knows. He's talking about Harold, because we know Harold is compromised. Now Varney's trying to say, what's going on, sir? Can you tell me what's happening? He's like, just show up and make sure you bring some cameras. We know behind the scenes, Horace has been trying to get around this damn wheel any way necessary. So it looks like he's putting the proper procedures in play and about to follow up. Once Jules goes and talks to Roy is going off. You didn't see what the hell Kimme did? I'ma unalive her. She pushed me out of a fucking window. Now, obviously, Roy can't get up and walk, let alone do anything. And if little bitty Kimme did all that to you, you definitely don't want to see her head up with this back injury. So Jules is saying, don't worry about it. I got it, man. We kind of know where her sister is, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. Roy's like, you better do it before I do, because all of this could come crumbling down. But remember, Roy doesn't have anything to do with the strip club. Charles goes to the strip club, but Roy doesn't have anything to do with that, nor does he know what's going on. Horace goes to the hospital because he's still trying to get information on Kimme. Obviously, he doesn't know about Kimme's sister, nor what's really going on in the strip club. But when he gets here, Rain had her surgery and she's still in pain. That motel BBL's really been kicking her butt. It's been a whole 10 episodes and she ain't went nowhere. But she's giving up bits and pieces of information on Kimme without giving up too much information, because she still doesn't know who she can trust. But in the end, she starts to realize that Horace is really there for her. And she's like, okay, look, I can give you up a little bit of information. Not a lot, just a little bit. After that, she ends up calling up Kimme, letting Kimme know, you got to start trusting somebody. Listen, you can trust me. Plus, you have my phone. Give the old man a call. He's trying to look for your sister. He's really doing the right thing. Now, obviously, Kimme is out here in these trenches on her own, so she doesn't know who she can trust and who she can't trust. But listening to Rain, this might actually be something that could work for her. Just listen and do what needs to be done, Kimme. We got to find your sister. If you remember, Mallory was supposed to be going home when she talked to Jules. Well, Charles told her to meet at the strip club. She shows up. Now, she looking good. I ain't going to lie to you. But she's looking around. And Charles had all the guys with him. He's like, look, I ain't looking at no women. I'm looking at these things over here. I'm like, hey, you. But Mallory's like, nah, I'm looking for this B named Kimme. You know her? And obviously, he doesn't know any of the women because he ain't looking at none of the women. But she's like, I'm not going to go home. I'm going to stick around, and I'm going to try to find out who this Kimme B is. Kimme and Horace finally link back up because they need to come up with a plan on how to get her sister out the club. Now, you hear Horace saying the same thing as Rain. Kimme, you're going to have to trust somebody. And right now, I'm the only person you can trust because no one knows what the hell Angel got going on. Angel's been getting his ass whooped, even though he's been trying to hold it down. But they're like, look, this is what we're going to do. If you go into the club, I'm going to go around back and I'm going to have your sister come to the truck and I'm going to leave. Now, this is the only way that this plan is going to work because no one knows that Horace is actually connected with all of this. So this could actually work. It's just going to be risky for Kimme because she's going to have to sacrifice herself going into the strip club. Norman has been putting in his own work and he's been wanting to get next to Debo because Jules, he lied and set this up and said that this is the gentleman that ran over your wife. So he's been doing stakeouts. He's been listening. He's been following up and he finally gets a location of where Debo is. Now, Debo, you could tell he's on drugs. And he's talking about, I'm sorry. I did it, man. I didn't mean to do it. I was lost. Norman said, lost? How were you lost on a private road? So for him, he's already realizing that this ain't making no sense. Maybe Jules is really lying, but he's about to apply that pressure and a little bit of torture to get answers out of Debo. There's a lot going on in the strip club. Calvin comes and he tells Charles, I got to drive you home. Mallory, she's been talking to Felicia. Angel was trying to find where Sylvie was because she wasn't in the closet anymore. Well, Felicia has her, and guess who's in the parking lot? Horace is, and he said he wanted something young and tender because he knew that Sylvie would be one of the younger people there. So the police officer's like, is she ready to go out there? Felicia like, yeah, she need to get this money. She need to go out there. So at least we're one step closer to getting Sylvie in the hands of the good people. Now, Sylvie, she's on drugs and she definitely doesn't want to go out there and she fears everyone because she doesn't know anyone. Felicia takes her out to Horace's truck. She gets in there and she's scared. She's nervous. And rightfully so. She doesn't know what's about to happen. She doesn't know what takes place out here. She can only imagine it's the worst. But Horace is like, nah, I'm here. I'm a good guy. I'm trying to help you. I know your sister. And he actually puts Kimme on the phone and they have a conversation going back and forth. But now they need to figure out how the hell to get out of this back parking lot because security ain't going to just let you drive off with one of the girls. So Kimme, knowing her, she comes up with a plan. It's a wild one, but we can say it is a plan. Kimme decides to drive through the gate. Boom! She goes through the gate. She hits a car. Horace sees this distraction. He starts up the truck. He gets the hell up out of there. Now, when she's trying to leave, everyone is driving out because you got to remember, everyone is butt booty naked back out here. I'm like, man, what the hell's going on? You just seeing all these naked people run out onto the street thinking it's a swingers party. But Jules comes outside and he snatches Kimme up out the vehicle. She's like, Jules, please don't. But at least Sylvie is gone. Remember, I said that she's going to have to sacrifice herself, and that's exactly what she did. But she did it for her sister. So we can say it was worth it. All right, there you go. The recap for episode 14. Let me know what you would have done in that situation. If you were Kimme, would you have slammed through the gate to sacrifice yourself to get your sister out of there? Or would you have just told OG Horace, turn that truck on and you just drive through the gate? Man, you got a full truck. They not about to chase after you. They on foot. But let me know what you think. I'm Jay. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for episode 15. We got 2 episodes left of Beauty in Black on Netflix. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.